Hey guys, it's Steve. So welcome back to another Barbecue Bros video. So I've got another cool product demo for you today. This is a new product from ThermoWorks, and this is a new fast read, high accuracy digital thermometer called the Temp Test 1. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the new ThermoWorks Temp Test 1. So this new high accuracy, high speed food thermometer is basically, in my opinion, it's a blend of the recent Thermopop and then the Thermapen. And what I mean by that is that with the release of the Thermopop, it has the cool little rotating display on it. You kind of have to hit a button on the back to get the display to rotate, but then it also has a range of minus 58 to 572 degrees Fahrenheit, but at an accuracy of plus or minus 0.7 degree Fahrenheit, just like the Thermapen. So basically what it kind of looks like they did is that they put the rotating display plus the high accuracy and 3-second read time of the Thermapen into one device. The cool thing about the new Temp Test is that as you rotate it, the screen automatically rotates without having to push a button, so it's pretty cool. So so you can see here, you know, kind of how it compares to the Thermopop and the Thermapen, and you know, it's nice and lightweight, it's splash proof, just like their other products here. So we'll go ahead and get these out of the way. And I wanted to just go ahead and show you the accessories that it comes with. It comes with this little probe, kind of this little plastic probe protector that just slides on just like that. And then this is a little, it's a little belt clip, and so you can just slide this up like this, and then just kind of like wear that on your belt. And without the protector on there, it just clips right down in there like that. So you can just kind of wear that if you want while you're walking around cooking. And then also it has this little thing that you can screw this like into a wall. And then the same principle here is that, oops, let me take that out. You would basically just go like that and be able to hang that on the wall just like that. So some cool accessories there. Let me go ahead and walk you through the buttons here on the device. So we have an on-off button, so you just push it and it turns it on. And you should have noticed how quickly the screen, the display rotated. So see if I turn it, see how quickly that rotates. So hopefully you can see that. And again, unlike the Thermopop, this rotates automatically. So that's really nice, so you don't have to kind of reach around and push a button like you have to on the Thermopop. It has a this hold lock button. All that means is that if you want it to stay, the display to stay in this orientation right here, you just hold this down and it says lock on. So see, now when I rotate it, it doesn't rotate the display. So if there's, you know, a certain angle that you like, you can lock that out. So then you just hold it down again and it turns it off. All this button is right here, a max min button. Until you reset this, even after you turn off the device, it remembers both your maximum and minimum temperatures. So I'm going to push it here and you can see where it says 212, where I've been testing it out with some boiling water. And if I hit min, you see a temp here of 31.9 where I was playing around with an ice bath. So really easy to use. Again, it's nice and durable. I like the build on this. It's nice and you know, lightweight, but it feels good in the hand, and it's splash proof. So let's go ahead and do a couple tests with this. Before we get to our test, one thing I left out was that also, like the backlit Thermapen that I have, this also has an intelligent ambient light sensor. So right there where it says smart thermometer, the O is actually where that sensor is, And so it works a lot like the backlit Thermapen, where if you're in a low lighting situation, it'll just turn on the backlight for you. So pretty cool. Alright guys, so I've got some boiling water going on here. I wanted to show you all three of these, especially just so you can compare the Thermopop and the Thermapen to the new Temp Test. So first I'm going to put the Thermopop in. And we're at 211, and that read in about 5 seconds. So now we're going to do the backlit Thermapen, 211.6, and that read in about 2 seconds. And then lastly, we're going to put the new Temp Test in, and 211.7. So that was more about 3 to 4 seconds. Let me go ahead and show you the Thermapen versus the Temp Test one more time, because I was actually kind of surprised that the Thermapen seemed a couple seconds quicker. So we're going to put this in, and bam, I mean that was like 211.7 in less than 2 seconds. Now let's go ahead and check out the Temp Test. So it's a little bit slower. It's taken about 4 seconds to get up. So it's still fast, but a little bit slower. And then we'll just wrap up with a Thermopop one more time. And so, whoo, that's hot. So that's about 5 seconds on that read. So they're all pretty quick, with the Thermapen still being the quickest. Okay, so I've got a little ice bath here, and I wanted to go ahead and just compare the Thermopop to the Thermapen to the new Thermotest. So here's our Thermopop. We'll go ahead and stick that in there, and it gets down to 33. That took about 5. It's down to 32 now. So it took about 5 seconds for that. And let's try out the Thermapen. And in about 3 seconds, that got down to about 32.6. It's continuing to creep down. I only let this ice bath set just for a few minutes, so it hasn't really stabilized out quite yet. But you saw how quick that read. And now we'll look at the Temp Test. And that was about a 4 to 5 second read. Alright, so let's take a look at the Temp Test in live action. I got a little Boston butt that I'm cooking here on my Weber kettle. And so I'm just going to go straight down into it, and you can see that display. It rotated instantly and gave me a read pretty much within 3 seconds, 168. This time I'm going to kind of go in from the side, and again, see that instantly rotated the display. 166. So let's say I'm left-handed and I want to lock this rotation. Just hold the lock button down, and there we go, it's locked out. So now, if I come switch it up, it's not rotating it. So it's really up to whatever you want to do with that. It gives you a lot of options. Okay, so I've got the camera set up in a low lit area, and I'm just gonna move the Temp Test into the scene, and you'll see how quick that backlight comes on. So that quick. I barely got in front of the camera and it popped right on. So that's a super nice feature. Alright, so some quick closing thoughts. Since I have demonstrated all three of these instruments, basically what I wanted to say was, if you own only a Thermopop, then I would recommend pushing up to the Temp Test, just because of the higher accuracy, the faster read times, and then the auto rotating display. It's really nice. If you already have a Thermapen, then that's going to be a harder sell, just because I love the Thermapen, and as you saw in a couple of tests, it has a super fast read time, incredibly accurate, and so it's really up to you if you want that rotating display. It's definitely a nice feature. I'm not sure if it's worth investing in a Temp Test if you already own a Thermapen, But and then lastly, if you don't have any of these devices, then the Temp Test, without a doubt, is the device you should go with, because you're getting the features in both of these in one. So appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to answer those, and we'll see you again soon.